Hey, in this video, I'd like to give a real example of number one, the value of having a real estate agent if you're going to sell your home. And with being licensed in a few different states, plus working for a company that's in all 50 states, I've got a huge network or am able to tap into a huge network of people. So here's a real deal example. This client was not selling their house. I reached out to them. I helped them purchase the house about a year ago. And it looked like we could help them refinance. So, hey, there's an opportunity for them. Selfishly, there's a potential opportunity for me as well to help them with their loan. And we were able to help this client get out of an FHA mortgage, the Federal Housing Authority, and go into a conventional mortgage and get rid of their lifetime PMI. So I'm going to do a screen share on what I did to try to figure out the beginning research on, hey, what might their house be worth? And the reason I do that, and the reason why a lot of lenders will do that, is if your transaction needs an appraisal, a lot of times we want to see like, hey, what risks are you taking to pay for an appraisal? Does it look like it's 50-50 that it's going to happen? Does it look like, I don't know, unless the appraiser is blind, it's not going to happen? Or are we just not sure? This one was really, really interesting, and I see this happen so much. So let me switch my screen share and go to the pictures that I took, the screenshots of the websites that I use. So first website that's here is Redfin. Redfin had a value of $788,508. Now I'm going to pull up Zillow. Zillow, they bought the house for $465,000. Zillow had $530,500. A little bit of a head scratcher. The actual appraised value, the house actually appraised for $555,000. So let's say, for instance, this client wanted to sell the house as opposed to refinancing it. And they decided, hey, we're going to go about this on our own and list our house for $800,000 because Redfin says it's worth $788,000. So we might as well go higher because most people are going over asking. Do you see how that can become problematic and why it's a good idea to have a realtor? You know, that's what they're doing day in, day out. They know the areas, this area, and I can't share it because it's private and it's private client information. But this particular area has its little nuances. It's in its own little, I don't know, call it village, so to speak. And a few streets over, that's considered a completely different area. So an agent, if you're thinking of selling, is going to know these little nuances, as opposed to you just saying, hey, I'm just going to stick the sign out there and sell it on my own. Another thing is if, for instance, maybe we didn't work together, and maybe if your mortgage lender hasn't been in touch with you, if you bought your home a year ago and you have FHA financing, can't make any promises, but it really may be worth it to look into stuff. Down below is all of my contact info. No obligation to at least talk about it and at least figure out if it makes sense to do anything or not. Like, subscribe, share if there's someone that you think you can benefit from this. Thanks.